Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and we're going to learn some lower third title preparation tips in Adobe Premiere CC 2015. So let's jump into Adobe Premiere and get started. Here's my Adobe Premiere project, and let me just play this for a second. Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and okay, this is a 30-minute interview which I did on drug addiction with one of the experts. I want to add a title to this. I am going to bring up the title, and I'll show you several different tips on how to maximize the title production. So let's call this as NNN. That's our media name. Here you see a small window. The first thing I would suggest is to expand this to a full screen. You can expand this to a full screen size by dragging its edges all the way to completely cover the screen. That's step number one. Because we want to be able to see exactly what we are doing when we do the text addition and modifications. All right, let's begin with adding a simple title here. NNN Media Presentation. Okay, don't worry about the spelling because I'm not very good at spelling. I mean, I should be. All right, we're going to resize this one, and because it is full screen, you can see everything that you are doing, and you can precisely drag it as much as you want and also resize the text as you want. All right, while this is highlighted, the text box, I'm going to go to the list of the fonts here. I'm just going to type C, and I would like to use Calibri. But when I use the Calibri, I would also like to make it bold. All right, now we got a problem. So I need to reduce the size of this to fit into my system here. All right, let's start off from this corner, and I'm going to drag it all the way up to here. Okay, let's make it a little bit smaller here. Put it in the center between the two lines and see how it looks. Okay, that looks pretty good, but it's pretty bland. If I'm going to use this as a title for this presentation, I would like to jazz it up a little bit, and that is the first thing I would like to do is add an outer stroke. First highlight the text. So I would like to add an outer stroke, and you already see this little black line outlining this title. And another interesting that we can do to accent is to add a little shadow. So here I'm going to add a little shadow, and right now it's already showing a little shadow which is black color, which is 50%. I'll show you. Here's the shadow. I don't know, and you can see the shadow real nicely when I increase the 70%, but I don't like that color. I want color to match something already in the screen here, and I want to match it to my shirt. So let's see if we can get something close to my shirt. It's bright, dull, brown. Okay, that's pretty close. So let's do this one. So now you can see the title has a border and has a beautiful background, a shadow which matches the shirt. So it gives some kind of a correlation. Anyway, once we are done, we can close this window. The next step is to bring the latest one we have created and place it here and drag it just for a distance. Okay. All our programs are video streamed through YouTube. Okay, you see a beautiful presentation media, lower third, but I want to change this to something that you see on regular television like CNN or Fox. How do we do that? All right, let's click this back again, and this is where we are. So what I would like to do is take out this shadow because I don't want a shadow. I have the text here which is white, so I need to put a little background. So okay, you drag a rectangle tool like this to cover the length of the monitor, enough to make sure that it covers the text. Alright, now we will go and change the color of this one to black. So that will be black. Next thing is I'm just going to drag it down and place it under my text and right click on this box and arrange. I want to send this one all the way to send to back. There you go. Now you have something similar to what you see, and you can duplicate the same thing by putting another line here, and you can say of the guest and the host. I mean, that is how I have my lower third created using a Photoshop which I use to produce this. Anyway, so if I close this one, now you can see the change has appeared here. Okay, the change has appeared here. Our channel NIK NIKAM, and we would like you to visit our YouTube channel NIK NIKAM. Alright, so that is how you create a lower third title using full screen, which is very important. If you don't use a full screen, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and the positioning becomes extremely complex, all these things. So let's take out this and I'll show you how I do it in a much more sophisticated manner. What I would like to, I don't have it here, so let me import my lower third, which is a standard lower third that I use for all videos that I prepare. It's called the Nano lower third. So here's my Nano lower third. I'm just going to bring it here, put it here because I need to do some adjustments. Alright, this is my Nano lower third. As you can see, there's a black background here on which a white text is printed. There's a blue background on which a white text is printed. Then I have my NNN Media logo here. While this is highlighted, I'm just going to drag these edges to fit the screen, and it's all done. So that's done, and when it's finished, I'm just going to bring it up here. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to drag it and bring it here and stretch it, and bingo, you're going to see a big difference here now. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A classic lower third that you see on any given television with the logo, names, and whatever you want. And we would like you to visit. Okay, that's how you can create very artistic lower thirds using full screen title editing, or if you are using the same logo again and again, I would suggest creating a 1080p size Photoshop image using Photoshop and save that as a PNG. It is exceedingly important. This is saved as Nano lower third PNG. When you use that PNG, all this area is transparent, so it allows us to see the video behind it. If we just save it as a JPEG, it's going to cover up the whole screen and it's worthless. So the most important thing you want to do is create a 1080p size logo, lower third, all combined together in Photoshop, and save it as a PNG, and then you can bring it and just drag it to the entire length of the video. See, like here I can drag it to the entire length of the video, and no matter where I am, I have my lower third. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's about creating some creative titles using the title screen and blowing it up to the full screen so that you can edit it very beautifully. And if you're going to be using the same title again and again, use the Photoshop to create the 1080p size title and save it as a PNG. You've been watching a NNN Media. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel here, and also visit our Facebook page and like our NNN Media Facebook page. Until next time, I am Dr. NIK NIKAM for NNN Media. Thank you.